Earth's Death World status was a mistake. It was meant to be Higher Surveyor Kex. 9 stared at the holographic display with growing horror. His 6 eyes blinked in rapid succession, a clear sign of panic among his people. The data crystal in his trembling appendage contained information that could shake the very foundations of galactic civilization. "This cannot be correct," he whispered to himself, his voice barely audible in the sterile silence of the Galactic Survey Office. The numbers on the screen seemed to mock him with their terrifying implications. Earth. Classification: Level 8, Death World. Status: inhabited by sentient species, but according to the corrected calculations he had just completed, Earth should have been classified as a Level 12 Death World. The rating system only went up to 10.kex. 9's panic alarm shrieked through the station's corridors as he broadcast the emergency code. Within minutes, representatives from dozens of species gathered in the central chamber, their faces reflecting his own terror. "We made a mistake," Kex 9 announced, his voice cracking. "A terrible, unforgivable mistake. The planet called Earth was misclassified. It should have been rated far beyond our scale." The chamber erupted in chaos. Species that had been planning first contact with humanity suddenly reconsidered their diplomatic missions. How could any life form survive on a world more dangerous than anything they had ever encountered? 3 days later, the first human ship arrived at Nexus Station. Commander Sarah Chen stepped out of the airlock with a warm smile, followed by her crew of 5 other humans. They looked remarkably ordinary, nothing like the battle-hardened survivors the aliens had expected from a super death world. "Greetings," Sarah said cheerfully, extending her hand toward the nearest alien representative. "We're excited to meet you all. This is quite an honor." The alien ambassador, a tall crystalline being named Zara Prime, stared at the outstretched hand as if it were a weapon. You survived," she stammered. "Survived what?" Sarah asked, genuinely puzzled. Kex 9 stepped forward, his voice shaking. "Your world, Earth. We discovered our error. It should have been classified as a Level 12 Death World. Nothing should be able to live there." The humans exchanged glances and burst into laughter. "Level 12. Sarah chuckled. "What makes you think that?" "Your planet's surface is 71% covered by a substance that dissolves most known materials. Your atmosphere contains a gas that causes explosive combustion. Your gravity is 3 times stronger than most inhabited worlds. Your weather systems generate winds that could tear apart our strongest structures. And that's just the beginning." Sarah nodded thoughtfully. "Oh, you mean the oceans, oxygen, and storms? Yeah, those can be tricky if you're not prepared." "Tricky?" Zara Prime's crystal form flickered with disbelief. "Sure," Sarah continued casually. "We've learned to work with them. Swimming is actually quite relaxing, and we need the oxygen to breathe. As for storms, we just build better houses." The alien delegation stood in stunned silence. These humans spoke of surviving impossible conditions as if they were minor inconveniences. Suddenly, emergency alarms blared throughout the station. A distress signal crackled through the speakers. "Mayday! Mayday! This is Mining Colony Epsilon 7. We're under attack by an asteroid field. Repeat, we need immediate evacuation assistance." The alien representatives looked at each other with resignation. "Colony Epsilon 7 is too far away," Zara Prime said sadly. "By the time our rescue ships arrive, it will be too late." "How far?" Sarah asked. 12 hours at maximum speed through an active asteroid field. No ship can navigate that safely." Sarah turned to her crew. "What do you think? The shuttle can make it in 8 hours if we push the engines. The asteroid field will destroy any ship attempting passage," Kex 9 warned. "Not if we use the asteroids as cover," Sarah replied. "We'll plot a course that uses the larger asteroids as shields. It's basic strategy." "Basic strategy," Zara Prime whispered. Without waiting for permission, the human crew raced back to their ship. The aliens watched in amazement as the small human vessel dove into the asteroid field, weaving between massive rocks with impossible precision. 0.8 hours later, Sarah's voice crackled through the communications array. "Nexus Station, this is Commander Chen. We've successfully evacuated all 847 colonists from Epsilon 7, returning to station now. The aliens could barely believe what they had witnessed. The humans had accomplished what every other species deemed impossible, and they had done it with the same casual confidence they showed when discussing their deadly homeworld. When the human ship docked, the colonists they had rescued were singing their praises. They saved us all, one grateful miner said. When their ship arrived, we thought we were seeing things. They flew through that asteroid field like it was empty space. That evening, the Galactic Council convened an emergency session. The debate was fierce but brief. Some argued that humans were too dangerous to be trusted. Others insisted that any species capable of such heroic acts should be welcomed with open arms. That Zara Prime cast the deciding vote. We have seen their true nature, she announced. They do not use their strength to dominate or destroy. They use it to save others. I propose we invite humanity to join the Galactic Rescue Corps. The motion passed unanimously. Commander Sarah Chun accepted the invitation with the same warm smile she had shown upon arrival. We'd be honored to help, she said. After all, that's what neighbors do for each other. As the weeks passed, humans became known throughout the galaxy as the miracle workers. When other species faced impossible odds, they called for human assistance, and the humans always answered, treating each dangerous mission as just another day's work. Earth's classification was officially changed to special status, inhabited by humans. It was a category created specifically for them, acknowledging that traditional ratings simply could not capture what made humanity unique. The galaxy had learned an important lesson. Sometimes the greatest strength comes not from surviving impossible conditions, but from maintaining compassion and hope despite them. Humans had not just survived their death world. They had thrived on it, and in doing so had shown the universe what it truly meant to be alive.